So this one, it's called Galaxies Apart. It's a tribute to my sister who just passed away a little bit over a week ago from COVID. Kind of resembles Michelangelo's painting he has in the Sistine Chapel. Anyways, yeah, it kind of symbolizes how we're dealing with deaths that are going on right now, or even relationships that are going on right now during this pandemic.
So I don't know, you read left to right, so left to right, I don't know why, but I feel like I've grown throughout this whole thing. So if you were to look at this apple through my consciousness before COVID, it would have been this big. If you look at it after, it's this big, because I've grown kind of like a phoenix. I've come up from the fire with all this shit, and then the fire makes your heart fucking grow. And so that's why I got the mask on this side, because we're going left to right, pre-COVID, COVID, post. I put a little quote on there from my man Albert Einstein. He goes, the one question you could ask yourself is if this is a friendly universe.
Piece is about being an essential worker during the pandemic, and my feelings, the complex feelings that came out of that experience, being African American, being at risk during the pandemic. I have thoughts about my brother, who is also an essential worker. He is a medical doctor. And I really just had a lot to digest in terms of this experience.
The trauma of Black women, and it's called Say Her Name. And within the crown of her hair, you will see all of the Black women who have been victimized. We have Sarah Barton here. We have a Black woman who was raped. We have Black women in the cotton fields. We have the Black woman from the last survivor of the transatlantic slave trade. We have Breonna Taylor. We have an image of Emmett Till's mother crying over his grave. And we have Fannie Lou Hamer, who said the famous statement, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." And most of you know she was victimized by the police. They almost beat her to death. And we have Sandra Bland. We have an image of a black mother nursing a white child, and I have a black mother's milk nourished and sustained your ancestors. And so with that being said, you know, the mistreatment of the black woman, and you have the milk from her breast that helped sustain your ancestors. And then we have the images of black women being lynched and hung at the tree. And then we have the images of black women on the that came here on the Jesus ship. That was the name of the ship. One of the ships that brought the slaves here. They're shackled together, and that is her hair. And then we have the American flag, and we have images of those same women down the middle of the flag, and we have the blood dripping from the flag, and we said, "Say her name," and the blood is also dripping.
Alright, so my name is Sergio Perez. I'm one of the artists that did the pillars for the Art Nurse nonprofit. I'm super excited for this opportunity because as artists we get to make an impact through our work by just expressing our heart through color. And for me, you know, it's all about hope because we live in some crazy times regardless of, you know, virus, no virus, politics, no politics, and we get to respond with love and with hope. And then, you know, we don't have to allow people to externally influence us. We get to influence the world.